Hello everybody. In today's lesson, we're talking about multiplying one-digit numbers by multiples of 10. We're on lesson 5.5 on page 207 of your third grade textbook. Our essential question by the end of our lesson is, you should be able to answer the question, how can you model and record multiplying one-digit whole numbers by multiples of 10? And so let's look at the unlock the problem. The community center offers 4 dance classes. If 30 students sign up for each class, how many students sign up for dance class? So 4 dance classes, 30 students per class. How many students sign up for dance class? So how many equal groups are there? Well, each class is a group, so there's 4 equal classes or groups. And how many are in each group? 30 students. So we can use base 10 blocks to model 4 times 30. Okay? And so it's showing us that they have 3 groups of 40. I'm sorry, 4 groups of 30. Okay, 1, 2. So right now I have 4 groups of 20. And now we have 4 groups of 30. All right, so we've modeled 4 groups of 30, 10, 20, 30, and there are 4 sets of the 30. Okay, so let's go ahead and put them together so we can see the rest of the book. Okay, so that's step 1, model them. Now, if you don't have base 10 blocks, which not everybody does, you can represent a set of 10 with a straight line. Okay, so this straight line means 10. A line means 10. All right, so we're going to combine the 10s and regroup the 12 10s as 100 and 2 10s. So what they're saying is, all right, so when we look at this, we can go 3, 6, 9, 10. I can take these 10 10s and trade them for 100. So now I have 100 and 2 10s. And they show that here by they grouped 10 rods, and then they're showing that they're trading it for 100. So they removed those, and now we only have the 100 block and 2 10s. So this is 120. So that's how we would model 4 times 30 using base 10 blocks. So find 7 times 40, and this time we're going to use a quick picture to represent that. So I'm not going to use the base 10 blocks physically. I'm going to represent them with a drawing. Okay, so 7 times 40. I need to model 7 groups of 40. So 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of 40. Okay, so now we're going to combine the 10s and we're going to trade them for hundreds. So we know there are 10 10s in 100. So let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3. Well, we know this is 7, 14, 21, 28. We have 28 10s. Okay, so I can circle 20 of them because 20 10s would be 200, and they're showing you that here. Okay, so they grouped 20 of the 10s and traded it for 200 blocks. That leaves 8 10s. So these are hundreds, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 280. Again, we had 28 total 10s. They grouped 20 of them and traded it for 100 blocks. So 20 10s is equal to 200. There were 8 10s left over that I can't trade. So 8 10s is worth 80. 280. All right. So number 9. Page 208. Use place value and regrouping. Okay, so find 9 times 50. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's our set of 50, and there's 9 sets of them. So 9 sets of 50. And now it says multiply the ones. So 9 times 0. Well, we have 0, 1, so that's 0, right? There aren't any 1s. They're all 10s. Okay, step 2. Multiply the 10s. 9 times 10. 9 times 5 10s is 45 10s. So I should be able to circle 40 10s and regroup them as 400s. Okay, and that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10s. So regroup the 45 10s as 400s, 5 10s. We took 40 10s, 45 10s. All of these are 45. I took 45 10s and regrouped them as 400 and 5 10s. So 9 times 5 10s is 45 10s, or 450. All right, use the quick picture to find 5 times 40. So they circled all of the 10s and traded them for 200. So 5 times 40 is 200. Okay, remember, this symbol means that they're trading the 10s. 7 times 30. So get a piece of paper or a whiteboard so it helps you show your work. And so let's do 7 times 30. It wants us to use base 10 blocks or draw a quick picture. And a quick picture is basically using base 10 blocks. We're just using lines and squares. So 7 sets of 30. All right, so that's 30, and I need 7 sets of them. All right, so we have 7 sets of 30. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 10s. That means I can group 20 of them. Okay, and I'm going to trade those 20 10s for 200s. So 7 times 30 is 200 and 110. So 210. Number 3, 2 times 90. So we have 9 10s 2 times. So we have 9 and 9 10s, that's 18 10s. So I can circle 10 of them. Okay, I'm going to trade those 10 10s for 100. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10s. 8 10s is 80. So 180. 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 2 times 90 is 180. 8 times 40. All right, so we have 40 8 times. So we've modeled 8 times 40. So let's circle groups of 10s. 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's one we can do for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can circle 30 of the 10s. So we're going to trade each set, the 30 10s, for 300s. A set of 10 10s is 100. So we have 1, 2, 300, 10, 20. So 8 times 40 equals 320. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20. 320. 4 times 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times. All right, so there's our 4 times 60. Now we're going to trade as many 10s as we can for hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I don't have another set of 10 here. I only have 4 left. So I'm going to circle all of them but those 4. And I'm going to trade 20 10s for 200. So 4 times 60 equals 200, 10, 20, 30, 40. 240. All right, number 6, find the product. Okay, so we're going to use place value and regrouping on this one. Okay, so 9 times 0, there aren't any ones. So 9 times nothing is 0. 9 times 8 tens. 9 times 8 tens. Well, 10 times 8 is 80. So if we take away 8 from 80, that would be 72. So 9 times 8 is 72. Also, remember that whatever I multiply by 9, the factor that I'm multiplying by 8, the tens digit is always one less than what I'm multiplying the 9 by. And the sum of the digits has to be 9. So, right, so 720. 70 times 7. Again, we have 0 ones. 7 sets of 0 is still 0. 7 sets of 7 tens. 7 times 7 tens. Okay. Again, this is where it becomes helpful that we just know our math facts. 7 times 5 is 35. So if I add another 7, that would be 7 times 6. 7 times 6 then is 42. And 7 times 7 then is 49. So 49 tens is 490. All right, 4 times 0. Again, we have 0 ones. 4 times 9 tens. 4 times 9 tens. Okay, I'm multiplying by 9. So I'm multiplying 9 by 4. So the tens place is going to be a 3. So 36 tens is 360. 8 times 0 ones, 0. 8 times 6 tens. 8 times 6 tens. Well, I know 8 times 5 is 40. So one more 8 would be 48 tens. 480. All right, number 10. Use base 10 blocks or draw a quick picture. 2 times 70. Okay, so I'm going to draw a picture of 2 times 70. Okay, and I'm going to circle as many groups of 10 as I can. 10. Okay, and then we would have 4 left over. All right, so I can only circle one set of 10. I'll trade those 10 tens for 100. So 2 times 70 is 100. 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. 140. Okay, number 11, 8 times 50. So we have 8 sets of 5 tens. All right, so there's 8 sets of 5 tens, 8 times 50. Okay, and we're going to circle groups of tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's a group of 10. That means that's a group of 10, that's a group of 10, and that's a group of 10. How did I know that? Well, because there's 5 in each, 5 lines or 5 tens in each row. So 2 sets of 5 is 10. So we can actually circle all of them. We're going to circle them all and trade them for 4 hundredths. So 8 times 50 is 400. Okay, 3 times 90. Okay, this means I have 3 sets of 9 tens. Okay, and we're going to circle groups of 10, or as many tens as we can, so we can trade them for hundreds. So we know that there's 9 in this row, 10, there's 1 10. That means there's 8 left here, 8, 9, 10, 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so I can circle the first 2 rows and 2 in the last row. 18, 19, 20. So I'm going to trade 20 tens for 2 hundreds. So 3 times 90 is 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 270. And 2 times 80. All right, so we have 2 times 8. So here's 8, 9, 10. And there's not going to be enough here to make another set of 10. So I'm just going to trade one set of tens for 100. So 2 times 80. I traded 10 of the tens for 100. So 10 of 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 160. All right, find the product. So we could draw a picture, do 3 times 80 again. So we'd have 3 lines of 8 sets of tens. Or we can use place value and regroup. 3 times 0, 0. 3 times 8 is 24. So 3 times 8 tens equals 24 tens, which is 240. 60 times 9. 9 times 0 ones is 0. 9 times 6. We know the 10 has to be a 5. So 9 times 6 is 54. 90 times 8. 8 times 0, 0 ones. 8, not 8 times 9 tens. Okay, I'm multiplying 9 by 8. So I know the tens digit of 9 times 8 is 7. So 9 times 8 is 72 tens. 8 times 80. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 8 tens. Well, if 8 times 9 is 72, 8 times 8 is 64. 640. 70 times 6. Okay, you can use any strategy you want. I'm going to go ahead and multiply place value. 6 times 0 ones is 0 ones. 7 times 6 is the same as 7 plus 5. 7 times 5, and add one more 7. 7 times 5 is 35, and so 7 times 6 is 42. So 6 times 7 tens equals 42 tens. And 42 tens is 420. 9 times 90. Well, 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 9. So I'm multiplying 9 by 9. So the tens is 8. 81. 9 times 9 is 81. 81 tens is 810. 70 times 8. 8 times 0 ones is 0. 8 times 7. Well, 7 times 7 is 49. So one more 8 would be 56. So 8 times 7 tens is 56 tens. 90 times 7. 7 times 0 ones is 0. 7 times 9 tens. 9 times 7, 63. I know that the tens digit, because I'm multiplying by 7, I'm multiplying the 9 by 7. So the tens digit of that product has to be 1 less than the 7, so 6. And 6 plus 3 is 9. So 63. 9 times 7 is 63. All right. Find the unknown factor. Some number times 80 equals 480. All right, so I want to go ahead and show you how I would do this on picture, solving it with a picture. So we know that we have to have some number of 8 tens. Okay, 480 is the same as saying 48 tens. Okay, so I need to have 48 sets of tens. Not sets of tens, 48 tens. All right, so here I have 8, because it's some number times 80 is 480. Okay, the reason we want to rewrite 480 as 48 tens is to show how many tens I would need. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 8 tens. That makes sense. 6 times 8 is 48. Okay, so 6. Some number times 30 is 30. Oh, yeah, I don't need to do any rows of that, right? It wants to know how many sets of 3 tens is 30. 1. Any number times 1 is that number. 7 times what is 420? So this time they're showing you that there's going to be 7 sets of tens. Okay, so 7 sets of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sets. And we need to get to 42. All right, so 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. All right, so how many did we have in each row? 7 times something is 420. 420 is the same as saying 42 tens. So we have 42 tens. I made 7 rows. And how much do I have in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 tens in each row. And again, that makes sense because 7 times 6 is 42. Now, you notice I didn't put, it's not 6, it's 6 tens. Okay? Remember, these are all tens. So I have 7 rows of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 7 rows of 60. 50 times some number is 0. It's got to be 0. Any number times 0 is 0. All right, 26. Ava's class bought 6 packages of balloons for a school celebration. Each package had 30 balloons. If 17 balloons were left over, how many balloons were used for the party? Okay, so she bought 6 packages of balloons. Every package had 30 balloons, and there were 30. If there were 17 balloons left over, how many balloons were used for the party? So we have 6 packages of 30. So that'll tell us how many balloons they have at total before the party. And then we're going to say that they didn't use 17. All right. So let's go ahead and use 6 times 3 sets of, rewrite 30 times 6 as 30 times 6. 6 times 0 ones is 0. 6 times 3 tens is 18 tens. So they had 180 balloons, but they didn't use 17. So now we're going to subtract 17. I can't take 7 from nothing, so I'm going to regroup or rename the 8 tens as 7 tens and 10 ones. 10 ones take away 7 ones is 3. 7 tens take away 1 ten is 6. 100 take away nothing is 100. So how many balloons were used? 163 balloons. How would I check to see if that answer makes sense? I would add 163 plus 17 to see if I came up with 180. Sense or nonsense? Lori says that 8 is not a factor of 80 because 8 does not end in 0. Does Lori's statement make sense? Explain. So she's saying 8 times something does not equal 80. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? No. Nonsense, because 8 sets of 10 is 80. All right. The book club members read 200 books in all. Each member read 5 books. Write an equation to find the number of members in the book club. Use a letter to stand for the unknown factor. All right, so they read 200 books total. Each member read 5 books. And we need to use a letter to stand for the unknown factor. So some number of members times 5. Each member read 5 books to get a total of 200 books. Well, 200 is the same as 20 tens. So 5 times what is 20 tens? 5 times what is 20 tens? 4 tens. 4 tens is 40. Let me write it like this. Okay. We were trying to find what number times 5 gives us 20 tens? 4 tens. 5 times 4 tens is 20 tens. 4 tens is 40. So there are 40 members. 210. Frank has a 2-digit number on his baseball uniform. The number is a multiple of 10 and has 3 for one of its factors. What 3 numbers could Frank have on his uniform? Okay, what do we need to find? So he has a 2-digit number. It's a multiple of 10. 3 is one of its factors. What 3 numbers could Frank have on his uniform? Okay, so what do I need to find? What 3 numbers what information do I need? It's a 2-digit number. Is a multiple of 10. 3 is one of the factors. How can you solve the problem? Well, we could model it. So let's see, I could model or use multiplication. So what they're saying is 3 times something gives me a multiple of 10. Well, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Those are the multiples of 10 that are 2-digit numbers. So I have to multiply 3 times one of these to get a product that is a multiple of 10. So I can't multiply 3 times anything to get 10. I can't multiply 3 times anything to get 20. I could multiply 3 times 10. So one of his numbers could be 30 because 3 times 10. 3 is a factor of 30. 30 is a multiple of 10. All right. 3 times something cannot equal 40. You can't multiply 3 by anything to get 4. 3 times something give you 5? No. 3 times 20, though, would give me 60. 3 times what? Okay, I can't multiply 3 by anything to get 7. I can't multiply 3 by anything to get 8, but I can multiply 3 times 30 to get 90. So Frank has a 2-digit number on his uniform. The number is a multiple of 10. One of the factors is 3. He could have 30, 60, or 90 on his uniform. And number 30. Baker Farm grows and sells carrots to local grocery stores. The stores bundle the carrots to sell. Which grocery store bought the greatest number of carrots from Baker Farm? How many carrots did the store buy? Okay, so these are the number of bundles they bought, and then the number of carrots that were in each bundle. Okay, so Baker Farm grows and sells carrots locally. The stores bundle the carrots to sell. Which grocery store bought the greatest number of carrots? Okay, so this one is 90 times 6. This one is 60 times 8, 80 times 7, and 70 times 9. All right. Well, 90 times 6. Let's do that one first. 90 times 6. 6 times 0 is 0 ones. 9 times 6 is 54 tens. 60 times 8. 8 times 0 is 0 ones. 8 times 6 is 48 tens. Okay, so we know it wasn't lower price foods because Buy More has more than that. 80 times 7. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 8 is 56 tens. Okay, so that is more than Buy More. So Yummy Foods bought 560. And the health food, 70 times 9. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 7 tens is 63 tens. Okay, so when we look at these numbers, 630 is the largest. So, and that was healthy foods. How many carrots did the store buy? 630 carrots. Okay, so that's it for lesson 5.5. The next time we meet, we will be doing the chapter 5 review test. So until then, may the numbers always be in your favor.